just take us through this first winter with the Beavers and what it's been like, kind of just acclimating and getting used up to the year at JUCO.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's a step up for sure, but the team around me has been making it easy. Great group of guys.
What's been like the biggest difference? Obviously, there's a lot of different like jumping from that level, but for you, was there any sort of like shock or anything like that?
Not too bad. Andy Peterson, the coach at LB, kind of does a lot of the same stuff here as he does there, so it was a pretty easy transformation.
Did he give you any pointers, advice, having gone through this process himself? Did he tell you anything?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like he just prepared me for like the atmosphere, I guess, things like that. Just kind of like be like calm, I guess, and not let the moment get too big.
Coming out of high school, when you chose to go to LB, why LB? Was it they've had some success recently? Was it a PD's relationship with Oregon State here? What drew you there?
Yeah, I really like the program there. My cousin went there like 2 years before I did, so he told me a lot about it and he liked it. And then the connection they have to Oregon State here. This was always my dream to play here, so I thought that would be a good first step to make that happen.
At what point did you realize that getting to OSU was like a realistic thing? Was that talks out of high school and then you knew you were going to go to LDCC for a year, or what was that process like?
Yeah, like my senior year of high school is when I first talked to Dorman, just a couple conversations with him, and then also came to a camp here and had a good conversation with him after the camp went well. So late senior year is probably when I realized that it could happen.
What kind of feedback were they giving you back then? Like, what did they want to see you kind of improve during that year of JUCO?
Yeah, back then I wasn't throwing near as hard. I was like probably 5 or 6 miles an hour less back then, so that was kind of the big thing, just maturing and getting bigger and stronger, throwing harder.
Were you the same height at that point?
Yeah, maybe an inch shorter, but not much, yeah.
What is kind of the arsenal you're working with right now?
I have four-seam fastball, sweeper, and then a changeup.
Where do the velos kind of stack on those?
Fastball's like 90, 92, sliders around 80, 78, 80, changeup's like 84.
Do you have a go-to out pitch in the mix? Or?
I like a up and in fastball or slider down.
For sure. It's been a big progression for you going from, I believe it was 2A,
Yeah,
Oregon, 2A to JUCO to now a top 10 program in the nation that over like a 3-year span.
Yeah.
Kind of what's that progression and climbing that ladder been like?
Yeah, I mean, going from a small school with not the best competition, going to JUCO is a step just because like in high school it was like 1 or 2 guys that you really had to focus on to get out, but in JUCO is 5 or 6, and now it's 1 through 9. You gotta be locked in every pitch.
It was, no one could touch your stuff last year with LB. Just kind of, has someone gotten you in live ABs? Like, kind of what was your welcome to D1 moment?
Last weekend I hit a ball pretty far off me. That was kind of a punch in the mouth for me, I guess, but.
Who hit it?
Iva.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
How has the team around you, pitching staff more than anything, helped develop you right now to the pitcher you are and during a long season?
Yeah, the staff, I mean, we're pretty stacked, 1 through 19 or 20 or whatever it is, and like I'd just say good competition, like every bullpen, every live, everyone's like shoving, so trying to like be better, I guess, and just stay on top.
What's kind of your anticipated role? Are they stretching you out to start games on the weekends or coming out of the pen? Or what's that kind of look for you?
I'm not completely sure for the whole season. Sunday I'm starting in Arizona, but I don't know after that.
As you mentioned, the kind of Class 2A high school ball thing, like not a lot of dudes are going D1 at that level. How did Coach Moffitt kind of help you with that progression, just help you with your high school career?
Yeah, I mean, we had a pretty good program down there, so we were always the best, winning state championships down there and everything. And same thing, I mean, he kind of like forced me to stay humble and like just keep getting better and not get relaxed and just kind of sit back and watch, I guess. He wanted me to stay on top and keep working.
And a lot of dudes, when they start throwing into the 80s, probably transfer in that situation. Like, what made you want to stick at Kennedy? Probably a place you grew up, I assume?
Yeah, both my parents grew up there, and I grew up there too, so I don't know, it just felt like home.
You mentioned you're starting on Sunday. Any advice Dorman or Canham gave you for this weekend?
No, I haven't really had much conversation about it. Dorman just told me to watch film on Indiana, and that was about it.
You said coming here was the goal, the plan.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I always grew up a Beaver fan. I grew up like an hour from here, so not too far. And I don't know. I mean, watching them win the national championship in 2018. I mean, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I want to be a part of that.
What's kind of the thing you've been most impressed with the pitching staff as a whole, kind of in the ramp up to the season?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 1 through 19, like everyone could go out there and pitch and compete and do well. So I would say that, just like how good everyone is all the way through.
If you could add one teammate's pitch to your arsenal, what would it be?
I mean, it would be hard not to say Dax's fastball, just because it's upper nines, so that'd be nice to have.
For sure.
Yeah.
Who gives you the toughest looks during lives?
Easton Tall, he's a tough out. He's scrappy. Yeah, he's been a tough out. Iva also. I've only faced him a few times since he's been back this winter, but he's a tough out too.
Anything else? Thanks, Ethan.
Thanks, Ethan.